I'm Derek Klobuchar. Today we're talking about how a digital ecosystem can streamline a massive railroad operation. Both of my guests are from Canadian Pacific Railway. We've got Mike Redeker, Chief Information Officer, and Dean Stoffel, CP's Director of Program Management, SAP Technical Services. Canadian Pacific runs a network of more than 13,000 miles of railroad across Canada and the United States. That's a lot of people, freight, equipment, like locomotives, tracks, and cars. It's also a lot of technology. So let's start with SAP HANA. Can you guys speak briefly about the breadth of applications you've used HANA for? We've got data integration. Anything else?
HANA as a technology allows us to share the data underneath of every single SAP instance we have with processes on other SAP instances directly in real time. This means that we took this technology and we were able to build a data warehouse across our applications with the real-time data. We don't have to wait for a nightly job to pull the data into BW. No, we can go to a dashboard sitting on BobJ that has BW underneath of it, and it looks at our ERP system to get data in real time. So that gave us the ability on our mobile applications to build dashboards that the mobile application exposes, and that data that you're viewing is coming from 3, 4, 5 systems in real time, aggregated to you wherever you're at. That business value is huge.
If you look at it from the business perspective, there's two things that if you're a business unit that you would realize. One is the speed at which you can get your answers, whether it's month-end, quarter-end reporting, or daily revenue reports, the speed at which you can get that information. You can't compare the before and after picture. In fact, we had to resequence our entire nightly batch jobs because of the speed at which HANA could perform on a daily basis. So that's one thing. The second thing is because now that we have this large HANA footprint, we've been able to eliminate a number of other data repositories throughout the organization. And what we avoided from a business perspective is an individual walking into the room and saying, my report tells me X, and somebody else walks into the room and says, oh, no, my report tells me Y. We now have consistency across the entire organization, and we have one single source of the truth that everybody goes to, and it's done in a very effective manner. And as a result, you have less and less debates about what the data says because it's the exact same data now. You can't put a dollar price to that value that it brings to organizations.
Awesome. Now let's talk a little bit about your overall platform. How is your relationship and your support from SAP, as well as the ecosystem partners like Intel and Cisco?
Sure. We look at it, whether it's Intel, Cisco, SAP, every one of these business partners are critical to our success. If any one of us fail, we all fail. The success we have realized out of that ecosystem is mission critical for us. It truly has helped transform the way we perform today inside of our IT shop versus 5-7 years ago. We could not be where we are today as an organization in a maturing IT shop without the partnership from these respective vendors.
In CP's journey over the past 6 years with our core systems from SAP, the SAP Max Attention team has actually helped us in our journey with our migration to HANA and optimizing that platform to give us a better ROI. Now, in the past few years, that partnership has extended to include the Intel Xenon processor-based systems that are using the Optane persistent memory. Cisco had an offering where they were partnering with Intel for their new memory and new processor Optane systems. Those systems, when we were coupling them with HANA, they gave us some technology advantages when it comes to how does it manage the memory? How much time does it actually take for those systems to come back? We're a 120 plus year old company. We've got a lot of data out there. And some of these systems are taking us 100 to 120 minutes to start to load all that into memory. I now can offer a maximum downtime. I advertise about 30 minutes. And really, it's 10 to 20. When we migrated this, we had a 10-minute actual system outage. 10 minutes to migrate, over 6 terabytes. 10 minutes. It's an unheard of number. That has allowed us to build a much more efficient, a much more stable platform. That stability has given us the ability to deliver the products all across North America, particularly at this time when we're working from home. Having that product delivered efficiently across the entire continent, something that we at CP take seriously. It's costing us less to store on these systems. And it's because of the software running on this hardware and what the hardware can do. Very integrated solution. But it means we have more in one place, which means we don't have to duplicate it as much, which means we have more accurate information to our business users. And smaller systems take less time to come up. Fewer systems means less total cost of ownership.
So the technology provides remarkable and quantifiable value to CP. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
It's been an interesting journey over the last 5-6 years, as Dean's articulated very well. We truly see the value in the relationship within the ecosystem, all the various vendors, and HANA has truly made a significant difference in CP and how we deliver services out to the business units. But once you have it, you wouldn't do without it. It's extremely valuable to the organization. It's stable. It enables you to move forward in a very expedient manner.
Very cool, gentlemen. I'd like to thank my guests, Mike and Dean, and thank everyone else for watching. For SAP, I'm Derek Colbert.